A private luxury train.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Between
oh my
Paris
god.
and Istanbul. One day, really, we gotta go.
Paris?
We gotta go.
Let's go to
Yeah.
Paris. Oh my
Paris
god.
and Istanbul.
Long distance
One day,
passenger luxury
guys.
train service. Yes, I want to go there. Oh my god. Oh, it's Belgium? Oh my god.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wait.
One day. We're gonna put that on our 2-dog bucket list.
It says the last service is 14 December 2009. Hello?
It doesn't run anymore.
It doesn't run anymore. It says last service 14 December 2009.
Wow!
Hello! Welcome back to 2DogsYAP episode 32. And today we're actually gonna talk about trains. I'll have you guys know. Okay, I'll have you guys know. I don't know about trains. I don't know about trains. There's been a misconception in our community that I'm super into trains, and all I know is that trains are long. Trains
are long.
They're long. They go chugga 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 on rails. They run on rails.
And they go in holes.
They go in holes, big long tunnels.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, big long tunnels.
And there's no reception in the tunnels, right? That's it, right? And
that's your expansive knowledge.
These days, there's no more smoke that comes out of the chimney, out of a train, right?
Because they're all electric.
They're all, most of them are electric. I don't know. You tell me how much you know about trains. I don't know that much. But I don't think...
Okay.
I think it's not environment friendly anymore to like run it on like coal or whatever, right? So I don't think it exists anymore.
But I always thought it would be fun to have the job where you take the small shovel and you have to shovel the coal. I always thought that was cool in old movies. I think I would like that job.
Really?
You're all dusty. You're all dusty. I got my suspenders on.
Really?
I got my suspenders on with my
suspenders
shovel.
are kind of cute. Well, why are they always wearing suspenders? Oh, I guess it's like aprons, but it's like for, for coals,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
it's
know.
Kind of cute.
It's funny that you don't know so much about trains.
I don't know.
There's like two types of train people that I didn't realize exist, which is the stereotypical type where they can say, oh, that's a T-Model 775.
That's
made in 2022.
Oh my god, yes,
they only have 7 operating in the world. You know, that kind of train person?
Yes. And they would like, go into the sites and they would have like one chance in a lifetime to actually see it, and they would like record it and all that stuff. They would camp there until the train arrived. Right. And then have a fish eye lens that's like flashing your face.
What the heck? And then there's Ruru who just loves trains for the love of the game. She just thinks they're cool. Doesn't know anything about them.
I don't know anything about them.
She just knows what she likes.
I mean, it's a unique vehicle. It's a vehicle, probably.
It is.
Right? It is. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I know that they are passenger trains.
Yes.
Right. Passenger trains are like my jam, I think, because I like the interiors of passenger trains.
The aesthetic of like
the aesthetic of it. Yes. Like
the opulent different fabrics.
Yes. It's all unique to a train, and all the stuff are like they're planned. You strategize how you put your furniture in the train. It's kind of funny, right? And sometimes they have like those what is it called? Like glass roof or like windows on the roof or whatever. It's like pretty. Yes. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Yeah. Like I would go on a voyage on trains for days. I think would be nice.
Have you ever gone on a passenger train?
No.
Like a sleeper train, right?
No, I've never. I really want to know. It's like one in my bucket list, probably. Okay, maybe not. Yeah. But now it's in my bucket list. Okay, I never thought about it.
Now
let's do it then. Now it's in my bucket list. Tell me, guys. Tell me which which sleeper train is the best in the world. Okay, maybe we can do that one there.
Well, there's some people. There's many people, and I guess not. Forgetting that subways, I think, count as trains in some ways, right? Like the monorail is also a train. But like, I think some people. From our understanding, okay, from Sorores, Europeans and on like mainland Europe can just take a train and go anywhere. And that concept is like so foreign to me.
Oh, like a walkable city?
Yeah, you could just get on a train and then they'll say, I want to go to Sweden, yeah. And then they go to Sweden. And then they come back in like 24 hours or something.
Yes. I think Japan is like with their, what is it called? bullet train is like pretty famous for that as well, right? You can go from like one part of Japan to another part of Japan in just like a few hours, right? Well, less than a few hours maybe because it's so
That is
fast.
crazy.
That is, yeah. It's like I wish we had more of that. Would be insane, I think. Yeah, but I think
I've
there's
been
like
on a-
politics involved and all that stuff. That it's like, yeah, maybe not the maybe it's not gonna
P
happen.
word.
Yeah,
The second no P word.
yeah. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
maybe it's like for some of us, it's like not possible. Like how but maybe how the country and land is structured. Maybe it makes it a bit more
True.
hard.
There are in parts of like North America and South America, from what I understand, like a train, a railman is like a modern day job. They still have people who go out there
Train
and
railman.
lay the logs in the
logs?
iron. They lay the logs in the iron down for the trains, the cargo trains that go across the
Cargo
land.
trains.
Yeah,
go
like that's
across
still like
the
a
line.
real job. A conductor is still a real
Conductor.
job for
That's-
Earthlings.
Yeah. Yeah, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I always see the dude in the front, right? You always see the dude in the front, right? They're like,
Yeah.
they have to do brakes, they have to stop, right? I think,
Yeah.
right? What else? Do they only have 2 buttons, or wait? What else is there?
I don't know.
Maybe map.
I don't know, actually.
We have to see where all the other trains are. Maybe that would make sense, right? Like,
It's just a totally blank cockpit except for 2 buttons. Stop and start.
Stop and go. I mean,
What the heck?
yeah, I'm fairly sure there's more buttons to it, probably, right? But I've never been
Probably.
in one. I don't know what it is. Like, maybe some of the train enthusiasts in our community can tell us what trains are like.
Maybe.
But I'm thinking about it in like the underground train perspective, you know, where it's like usually one line and there's like one person in front and they stop and they have to like open the doors and stuff, right? I think it's like manual. Is it manual? I don't know.
I don't know.
You have to open
I don't
you have to open
either.
the door manually, or you close the door manually. Like, how does that work? Like, it would be so cool to have
don't
like someone
know.
who works in like an underground train. Would be really cool. But yeah, I do think it's really cool in like a city, and then you can go and get to anywhere in that city with just like trains.
Is a trolley a train? Trolley. I guess it only has one part.
Isn't it like,
right?
yeah, it's like, because there's a, what is it, cargo train, right? And then you attach the cargo into a train, right? Because there's the hook thing, right? Or like a screw. Is it a hook or a screw? It's a both?
I think it's like a big boat.
Like, it's like,
big
I know this knowledge from cartoons, okay, guys? Like in the cartoons, they
That's my
just
only
hook onto another.
experience, too.
They just,
Well, there's
hook
like
onto another. Yeah.
Like inner city trolleys or inner city trams, right?
Oh,
They're
yes,
like, they're not
trams. They're
quite
so cute.
subways because they're above ground.
They're
and
just
they're not like
one.
bullet trains because they go
Yeah.
on a rail.
It goes in rail, yes. It only has like one path, right? But it's so cool. Why do we
Yeah,
have
it is
trams
cool.
anymore?
I don't know. I think some cities still
Do-
have trams.
Do buses just make it less usable, or because you need space for the rails, right? So maybe in a packed city,
True.
maybe there's no space.
And there are accidents that happen like
on
I've
a
seen,
tram?
I've seen people drive. Yeah, because sometimes the
Drive
road
into the
road
trams?
is shared with a tram. Sometimes
Yes.
if the tram isn't
Yes.
coming, you can drive on the tracks.
So you just need
That's
like a
really scary.
completely
I don't understand how that
different
works.
track. So you need like a fence. You need fencing so stupid people
Yeah,
won't
fence
drive
it
into
off.
the tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
okay.
need the city planner to get on that, guys.
Okay, so
Talk
sometimes
to
there's,
her.
like-
write a letter.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Well, about that. If only, right? If only they would put the people first. But alas, I don't think a lot of cities do that. But anyway, I know there's like cargo trains, right? Cargo trains. But they're just like, they just bring like products or materials to one place to second place. But I think there's also like hybrid trains that also has passengers and cargos, right?
There are, yeah, there are.
Right? Sometimes the cargos
think
are
it
usually in
depends
the
on the
front,
location.
right? But why
I
in the
don't know about
front? Why
that.
not in the back? Because I always see them in the front, right? Right? Is it because of
I thought the people go in the front. Maybe not.
no? No, it's for the view, right? The back view, right? Right?
Well, I think it'd be a little
Wait a
bit
minute.
easier to like take cargo around if it's attached to the back, but I don't know how that works.
Yeah, in the
I had a
back.
train set as a kid, and I
Mm.
always I didn't ever use like the depot, where you can go forward and backwards, because I
What?
wanted it to just go in a big circle
Ah,
continuously. So that's all my train set did was just hit the left turn.
It just like goes round and round. Your kid needs to think? How does it refuel? How does it drop off passengers? How does it?
Baby, it goes forever.
You
in
need
one
to think about it.
direction.
Where's it?
Like Snowpiercer, it just goes forever. Guys, eat the bar.
Oh,
Okay,
you
eat
have
the cricket
to.
bar.
It has to be realistic. I like the realistic setup then, but then it would stop, right? It would stop and
Yeah.
it gets boring. When this keep going, Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Where I
my
grew up,
knowledge. Yeah.
in Stellaris, where I grew up,
Mm.
I grew up away from the city, right? So all this technology, like my camera, was kind of new. I didn't really have that growing up. And the street I grew up on, in the deep country of Stellaris, had one train track going through it. And forever,
One.
like for years and years, nothing ever happened with that track, ever.
Like
And then one night,
nothing
in the
is
middle of the
using
night,
the train.
a train came through. It was crazy. It scared me. I thought, I was really, really young. I was like super young. I was
Wait.
like less than 5, maybe.
That doesn't make sense because like it's not cheap to put down rails and tracks and all that stuff.
Well, this
right?
is from a kid's perspective, right? It was like on a street. And the street was brick, and there was just a train track right through the middle.
Right, but you've never seen a train until that one
For
time.
a long time, until one day it
Right.
came, and then they were using it again. It was weird.
They were using
think-
it again.
Is that where I learned how to sleep like the dead? Because a train would come through every night?
I don't understand that reference.
It might be it. Well, no, it might be
what is
that
that reference
because
from?
a loud train would come through every night, and I sleep. Nothing wakes me up whenever I sleep, so maybe that's why. Because I grew up with a loud train coming through all the time. Maybe.
Wait, but train sounds is like rain sounds.
No, my God,
No, train sounds is like but you don't see it like chuka 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 chuka. It's like rain.
Well,
it's
trains
like
are
rain, right?
loud. Whenever they come through a cross section, they blare
Yeah.
their horn.
Boo boo. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're used to it, like it's like rain. I would say it's comfortable to me.
I thought you
right?
meant like
It's comfortable to
you.
me.
Wait, it's rain sounds to you.
No. It is in the same tier as rain in terms
I
of
see.
comfort.
Yeah,
So,
maybe. Yeah. Freight trains on their own are very loud. But yeah,
what is a
maybe it's
freight train?
kind of what you're talking about, where they only have cargo. A freight train only has cargo.
Yeah,
They're typically like bigger.
they're really
bigger engines.
colorful. They're like red, blue, yellow. It's really interesting.
What's a caboose?
Kind of cute. What the hell is a caboose?
It's a part of a train. Because
Guys, help, please
if a
help.
woman has
Guys,
a big
please help.
booty, you say she has a big caboose. Is that the end of the train?
What is that from? I've never heard of that. Wait, can I say that?
Guys, please
Can I
tell
say
me,
that?
because
Hey.
She has a big caboose.
Really?
She has a big caboose.
Wait, I can say that
Yeah,
to you. Why you
caboose.
never taught me about this? Caboose.
The caboose is the last car on a freight train. A caboose. That's a pretty big caboose, baby.
caboose.
Caboose. It's like a moose, but with caboose.
Caboose is a booster seat for a dining table.
The phrase, she has a big caboose, is slang or euphemism for saying that woman has a large buttocks.
Wait, I like that. It has something to do
I
with
thought
trains.
you knew the word, Ruru.
Yo, guys, I wonder if like the train enthusiasts in the chat would like use that as a pickup line because they like trains, and that's also like a
trains.
compliment. Like, now you guys know,
You
now
have
you
a
guys know,
hearty
right?
and sturdy caboose, madam.
I know I do.
Nice caboose.
So what else do you know about trains? Have you been in a sleeper train? I've never asked you about that.
No, I never been in a sleeper train. I've only ever been
Okay.
in one train
Mm.
when I was in preschool, elementary school, because I got an A on a test.
Hey? You got A on a test and
I
your
got an A on
mama
a
brought
test,
you
and
to
so
the
I
train?
got to... No, like school. My school brought everybody who got an A on the test to ride in a train for an
What the
afternoon.
hell?
I got tea. I got tea on the train. But the dining car was full, so I had to go out in the open
What the
train,
hell?
like an open what would they call that? An open car, and the wind made it so it was really difficult to eat.
What was it, like a private school? That's like kind of crazy reward, don't you think?
I don't know.
It-
But that was my only experience. That was my only experience in
You
train.
guys, that's not normal. Like you get an A and a test and you can go on like a train ride. That's like crazy to me. Actual train as well, not like the little ones that goes around the circle. I was like, that's
yeah, no,
crazy.
that was a real train.
I would be acing my test all the time. Wait, that's a
Yeah.
really good
You
incentive.
you should have gone to school in the country, or you should go to school in the country.
Charis.
Yeah. You're a
In a
city,
big
you're a city
city.
girl. That's
I'm
why.
just a
that's
street.
why.
I'm just a street dog, bro. I'm just a street.
So
That's
so
crazy.
so when we go to Japan, if we ran on the bullet train, would that satisfy your itch
No.
to go on a train?
Nope.
No, you want to go on like a traditional train, a chuga chuga.
What is it called? Like the there's like
train.
luxury trains, right?
Oh, like the Orient Express.
Yes, yes,
Oh.
exactly. That Orient Express.
Yeah.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
a sleeper train, right? It is a sleeper
Yeah,
train.
they are. It's like
Yeah.
a travel train, and it only has people on it.
And there's
Yeah.
people.
Like you've seen those movies where they always
No
have like
cargos.
people fight between the cars. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. That's gonna be my. Is that not gonna? How much is a ride?
Orient Express.
How much
That's
is
still
it?
real. That's like a real thing. There's a real thing on Earth.
I know. I've heard
Orient
about it. That's why I want to
Express.
do it.
A private luxury train.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Between
oh my
Paris
god.
and Istanbul. One day, we gotta go.
Paris?
We gotta go.
Let's go to
Yeah.
Paris. Oh my god.
And Istanbul.
Long distance
One day,
passenger luxury
guys.
train service. Yes, I want to go there. Oh my god. Oh, it's Belgium? Oh my god.
Let's go.
Wait.
One day. Okay, put that on our 2-dog bucket list.
It says the last service is 14 December 2009. Hello?
It doesn't run anymore.
It doesn't run anymore. It says last service 14 December 2009.
What?
Oh my god.
We're
we
so
missed out.
right.
We missed out.
Maybe we
What
can
the
catch
hell?
it. Maybe we still can catch it.
Well, I don't think it's like it's the only luxury train, right? It's not the only
I
one.
just met her and I lost her, man.
Because like Orient Express was the thing back then, right? It was like the thing. It's like, oh, if you want to do a train ride, you know, if you want to go on vacation, go do the Orient Express thing. It's like, I don't know why. Why? Is it because it's like too outdated? Is it?
Maybe it's out of
Everything is
fashion.
dated? No, it's pretty though. It's pretty. I love how everything is lined with mahogany and
Let's destroy the Earth, Rudu. They don't understand what they got. First the Palm Pilot, and now
What
this.
the hell?
That's over. It's over.
Is it in a museum now at the very least? That's so sad.
To see the Chuka Chuka.
Yeah, no more chuga chuga.
Man. One day. Yeah.
Oh. What is your goal when it comes to train? Do you want to do it? Like,
Yeah, I would love to. I want to like go to
you
a
wanna go?
country.
You want to go? Yeah,
And
you
then
want to go?
be able to like train travel between a couple places.
Like,
Like, oh, we're gonna spend
Okay.
tonight on a train.
I
and we
think
get-
it's
I wanna
only
sleep in those
possible
bunk
in
beds.
Europe, probably.
Oh, that's fair. It might be.
Yeah,
I don't know.
because
I
you
don't
want to
know
cross
about
like one country to another country, right? Another border to another border, right? I think that's your goal, right? Yeah, I think it's only
Yeah.
possible, but might only be possible in Europe. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Maybe France. I mean, it's the origin of Orient Express.
True.
But why do you have everything so good there? Why you got everything in
crazy.
France? It's crazy. Yeah, I want to go
crazy.
there. What the hell, man? Anyway, yeah, no bullet train. I mean, I would love to be in a bullet train, but I don't think it's like anything special. It just feels like on a plane, you
Yeah.
know? It's
Yeah.
on a plane.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the plane is like on
better.
land.
True. One day,
And it's
one day we'll
like
be
it's
able
like
to
too
ride a train.
smooth. It's like there's like no turbulence.
Oh, you want to feel the rails?
Yeah, I want to see the rails
Okay.
under my feet. Yes, that's the
Chuga,
goal. I
chuga.
think. Chuga chuga, it goes chuga chuga. All right, will you plug our socials, please, Nana?
Yes, I can. Guys, join our Discord. Show us your favorite trains, okay? We want to know about your train experiences. All right?
Watch us on Twitch. Watch us on Twitch. We
Yes,
stream
and
on
we have-
Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Please come. Come.
At 7 p.m. EST. So we hope to
Yes.
see you there.
Yeah, we
talk
have a
about
lot
trains
even on stream.
and other
Yes.
various modes of transportation that we fancy.
Okay, thank you guys. Bye. Have a good one. Yo. Check out these Patreon puppos.
Chisaimo, X.5, Fafnir, Kalyan, Inari, Wolfie, Kai, Babu, Raffle, Pantsu, Keishu's Vancouver, Ryan, Awkward Tumpix, Duckun, Jet, Dragon Lord, Kiana, Papa Johnson, Gloomy, Big Happy, Kanoshi, Great, and Aragon. Thank you!
Thank you for supporting 2Dogs.
Bye-bye.